Hello, this is Ishan from Personai. Today I'm going to walk you through the application and let's get down some of the basics. With Personai, you can train an AI model on your own data. So, your messages, the posts that you write, your favorite book passages, whatever data you want to train your AI on, these are converted into memories. And then your AI model trains on these memories, learning about you, your interests, the way you write, your preferences, and your opinions. From here, as your AI model has more and more memories, it can respond to other people on your behalf, whether it's natively in our application or it's externally through our various integrations. And from here, the more memories you add to your Personae, the more accurate it will be. And with your Personae, you can use it to respond to other people, as mentioned. You can use it yourself to recall past memories or to find um, documents and other data sources, and to brainstorm new ideas based on what you know in your own voice. So let's get started with a very foundational aspect of the personal AI platform, which is AI personas. Everyone has different occupations, hobbies, purposes for their AIs. People have their professional life, personal life, favorite pastimes, or specific projects. So these are just different faces of the same person. So with AI personas, the purpose of this is to be able to create different AIs and keep your data separate. So I would think of them as like folders just to organize your memories. And from here, you can chat individually with these AIs. So you have that separated memory that you can access. And then furthermore, you can also share these AI personas out with other people based on what you want to actually share with them. So usually a big thing I advise is while you think about your AI personas, think about your different external groups or communities that you'd want to interact with and separate your AI personas and memories based off of that. Um, personas can also be good for tougher, smaller projects or to, round up important information on a specific topic to share with a friend. But when you're getting started, I would keep it a bit more simple and just start off with maybe a few or a more broad separation. Or if your purpose is more narrow right now, that's completely fine. You can always add more personas. And then up here is the primary. This is optional, so you'd have to go to your advanced settings to enable it. But the purpose of the primary is to just be able to interact with all of your AI personas at once. So we understand there is value in being able to talk to all of your personas at once and access all of your memory. So with your primary, you can do just that, and it's basically unified and carries the data of all AI personas, while AI personas themselves do not carry the data of any other AI personas. They have their own individual data. Now let's talk about a personal language model. So Personai uses a personal language model to make all of this happen, unlike an LLM or a large language model like ChatGPT. And a PLM is trained on your own data. So it's grounded in it, meaning that it will always base itself on your memories, keeping AI hallucinations under control. So to illustrate this, here's what happens when you ask a question to your person AI. So this is a new AI I just created. I added a few messages to memory, so it only knows these three facts about myself. So although this is a simple example, it's meant to illustrate just the basics of how the model works. So when I ask a question, the personal language model generates an answer based on the memories that I have. And so far, these three are my memories in this AI. If the model can't generate a meaningful response based on my memory, then it sends a response to an LLM to generate the rest of the answer. Ideally, this fills the gaps and allows the AI to generate a complete reply. So, how do you know when a response is coming from your memories or from somewhere else? This personal score will tell you all of that. As you can see here, I say add to memory that I was from the Bay Area. So when I asked this, it has an 84% personal score. you'll get an indicator here of what's considered a good, low, or medium personal score, but above 60% or 50% is considered usually very good. And from here, you can see some of the factors that dictate the personal score. So it's not only based on how much of this response is coming from your memory, but it's also based on accuracy, relevance, and fluency. So this response allows there to be full transparency and for you to understand when responses are coming from your memory. And when you get a response with a poor personal score, when you ask a question that is out of scope or not, that you don't have memories on, you can simply add more data in or add more memories based on that topic, or you can simply just even edit the response, put in the correct response, and then press save. And then from there, your personal AI will have that knowledge, forever. So that's how I would think about a personal language model, and that's a big part of the interaction. And then another important thing that I want to discuss is that your AI is not pre-trained. So when I say it's not pre-trained, it has no agenda itself. Meaning, in the past, when you've talked to AIs, you may have had experience where you can ask it questions about its capabilities. You can ask questions about, you know, how do I train you? How can I use this AI? But this AI is basically completely untrained. I would think of it as an unmolded block of clay. Therefore, it doesn't have knowledge on itself even. It's a clean slate, and you're putting in the data to create whatever you want. So a lot of times people will come in and they'll ask questions to the person AI about the AI itself, given what is common with LLMs. So that's just an important thing to keep in mind. I would treat talking to your person AI almost as if you're talking to a baby at the beginning, and then as you train it, it grows up. So everything, you have complete control over what it says, and based on the memories that you add. And that's an important part of this model also. Now let's move on to adding to memory. So I know I've mentioned most of this video, memory, adding to memory. Sometimes you also might hear it be called stacking, which is the same as adding to memory. But adding to memory is the process of saving any data to your AI. There are various ways to do this. As you saw from my previous example, you can add a memory based on a message. So any message that you type or you see, you can just simply press the plus to save it to your memory. Lots of times we see people, when they ask questions and they get a good response, they'll actually add that to memory to affirm that concept to their AI. But there's various ways to add to your memory. You can press plus on next to your message bar and upload files and links, and manage integrations very quickly. And then you can press on the gear icon to go to training spaces, which is more which is more focused on the bigger uploads. So that process of when you're getting started, finding all of your data, and then adding it all here. So it's basically based on the situation, whatever you prefer. But for quicker uploads, we usually see people add to memory through messages, through the uploader here. And then when you're trying to upload multiple files or URLs to get your AI up to date, maybe every week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, then a lot of times people will utilize training spaces. And I'll link a video in the description to training spaces. And to see all of your memories in action, you can actually just go to your memory stack. So all of your memories here are in this area, and they are here in the form of blocks. So as you can see, the individual messages are present. And then when you upload a URL or a document, as you can see here, I uploaded this doc to my AI prior to this. You can see it also in my memory. So if you're ever in doubt about if something you uploaded is in your memory, or you're just trying to maybe see where a response came from. You can always search your memory stack to find those memories or to just understand what your AI knows. And then documents, I would think of documents as where the is almost the bigger piece of your memory stack. So whenever you upload a URL, a file, whether it's audio or text file, it all goes into your documents. And then from here, it is split up into your memory stack as individual blocks. So it's almost, so this is like the parent document, and then these are the subsequent memory blocks. And if you're trying to take an action on a URL or document, you can also go here, delete, save something to stack. You can go and save something to your memory. You can also go in here and edit, add titles and add hashtags and more. So your memory stack has the raw data, while your documents is more geared towards being an area to manage these uploads at scale. And lastly, let's talk a little bit about chatting. Once you add memories to your AI, you'll be able to chat with it more effectively by simply sending prompts. A personal AI prompt is a question or a statement that is designed to elicit a response from the AI. So, as I just was doing. This can be used to help train your AI or just get a conversation started. And just here are some general tips I would keep in mind when you're talking to your personal AI. And these are different from talking to other models. I would message your AI as if your AI is a person rather than an AI model. Since your personal AI draws on the data you input into the platform, if you write as a person, it will generate answers that sound like a person. And that's just an important thing to keep in mind when talking to your AI. Another important thing to keep in mind is your personal AI will respond in the shorter form when you begin, in longer form as you add more memories. Since your personal AI is designed to train continuously on your data and your memories, your personal AI needs more memories to be able to generate long form responses because it needs to have more context on what its purpose is and on the memories that it has. And this usually comes with time, or it comes with or you have to invest time upfront in getting those memories in, because as mentioned earlier, when you ask a question that elicits a low score, and that data is general, it's usually fairly concise, because the purpose of that response is not necessarily to be a replacement of what your response would be. It's meant to be almost a template or just a general response that you can use to edit. So as you upload more memories, your AI will respond and be more detailed and have longer responses. Rather than the beginning, it'll be more concise because it has less memories. And then another important aspect I would consider is think about growing and evolving your AI rather than thinking of this as a one-time use of an AI service or a bot. Personai, as mentioned, is not a pre-trained AI with an algorithm on a given data set. So this is to keep your AI neat and pristine with your purpose and no other agendas. It has the elements of general AI, as mentioned, when you have a poor response. But the goal is to increase your personal scores over time and evolve your AI so it becomes an extension of you or your brand. So that's an important mindset to have, because it is an AI that grows in value as you invest more time into it and add more memories in.